This is an apple tree. I have some. I'll let you smell, and you tell me what you smell in there. This, smell it. Let's see.
All right.
Oregano.
I'll see that.
Okay, maybe you can.
It's oregano.
Oregano?
No, peppermint.
Mint. Yep. Basil. We go Italian too. See? Basil. I'm gonna get some tomatoes or some rosemary. Smell right here. You know, and when our young people see this, they're like, oh, even some of the neighbors in the community, they go, oh, you growing that here? I say, yeah, right. And we're growing in concrete jungle. Mm-hmm. Smell this. Oops.
Oh.
And this is another species of oregano. A neighbor brought it over. It's in water. We'll wait till the roots grow. And the next tour, you'll see this one in a big pot. Hello. Oregano. So this is our walkthrough. We have a training that we use the Wizard of Oz, and this is the yellow brick road. We're mailing 200 packages to some folks that took a training with us, Justice for Families, to Florida. So the office is a little busy with the packaging. We have summer interns, Carlene and Sam. They just came from playing basketball with Eddie.
Did you win that?
Yeah, it was good. Sammy's good.
This is here we're a little busy today. The game room, Christy and Carlos, Cornell and Fordham University, just in case.
And where's St. John, right?
And St. Don.
St. John.
Don't mind the bucket, but this is the kitchen. And I want to share a little bit about how we were able to even get the kitchen. Our partners in DC from the Center from Children Law and Policy, wonderful Jason, donated the refrigerator. My mom did a flea market fundraiser where she got the sink and the shelves and the islands, and other partners from the community, and an amazing partner from the Prospect Hill Foundation. Penny donated the skillets. So things have been happening. You know, we got tables where we do cooking, and so the kitchen is ready. The kitchen is ready. This is Eddie's office here. It's under construction. We're getting a nice basketball painted there, and putting a hoop.
Eddie's
And Eddie's from St. John's. He's
passionate.
So, you know, we want to let our kids know that the possibilities are endless. Or my son and my brother donated a collection of their comics. My brother's over 50 years old, so kids have been coming in to pick up comics. And they're like, oh, miss! And I'm like, oh, I'm a miss. Oh. And then this is where everything happens at. This is my office. My work is moving me out of this space. There's so much stuff in there. I'm going to show you a few of my wonderful accomplishments that I'm really, really proud of. This is from a souvenir of when we demolished Spofford. Spofford no longer exists. That's consistency, persistency, and not giving up. Spofford, for those who know about Spofford, we closed it.
Where did that was?
Spofford was up in the Hunts Point area. For those also who don't know, you know, New York, we got involved in changing the age of criminal responsibility. 16-year-olds no longer go to the adult prison. We also make sure that the governor signed the bill on solitary confinement. We know that solitary confinement is very abusive. So no longer will our family members and our loved ones be harmed by solitary confinement. Oh. Yeah, so this is where, right now, my lawyer, Christy, intern, she's working from. So this is it. This is it. Oh, and compliments of the flea market, the 65-inch. We have information. This is something also I got involved in, helping families understand about the PINS process.
Yeah.
That can be a really horrible situation for families. We got games for kids to come in and play games. On Saturdays, we bring a table out, and Carlene comes in on Saturday, and anyone that walks by wants to play a game, we have the stuff that.
Sure.
Board games. We're trying to keep kids from using too much technology at times. It's the phone. Let's say the phone. Oh my God, the artwork. Oh my God, this is an amazing piece by an amazing artist. He's the founder of Yucca Arts, and him and one of his students came in and created this beautiful mural, where it has the community. And Eddie loved Roberto Clemente, so he wanted to make sure Roberto Clemente was there. And because I was giving input and my time and my creative talents, I asked for one little request. Can you please draw me?
How good. I was like, who's this lady right here?
That's me. That's me. And I had to convince the artist to create Eddie, the owner of the building, so that I don't look like I was taking over the art piece. So Eddie is here, and also as the logo of the emblem of Puerto Rico, the little sapito. And to me, it was important making sure that we had board games. I want our kids, we want to also bring double dutch for the girls.
Yeah.
We also have sewing machines here. For the young girl who said, she wanted to be a fashion designer. And I'm like, never give up. Never give up. Also, we have an amazing friend that she's also a writer, and she works with young people in placement in the schools. And this is what she wrote. And I want to bring her on board and have her work with our kids, our girls. She does girls work. She works with girls. So it's just having the space, And some of our seniors, they like bingo. So trying to keep the seniors a little happy with bingo.
Okay.
Whatever someone comes up with that's healthy, we bring it in. We say let's try it. And having plants and flowers and so this is we have a piano. We need a pianist. If they can come and maybe tune this, it was donated. They can tune it for us and maybe come and give some classes.
Well, I need some classes. There's a piano. Trying to learn how to play the piano now.
And then we have one of our partners here that works with us, an artist, John 143. He's an amazing artist. And we've had the pleasure of having him in our space as well.
That place. Who's this lady right here?
Oh, that's once upon a time. Once upon a time.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We also have a basement, but basement has possibilities.
Oh, they need get some work on that. Yeah.
We need work. So if anyone wants to come through and check it out and see how you could put your skills with some help to make that basement the possibility that it has. And then when we spoke about the gym, this the space up here. If we allow someone to really take over this, a beautiful, beautiful space, we won't have this community center. We will have maybe a building with 12 floors and and nothing for the young people in our community. But this is an amazing space. Where it's not, the commute is not difficult. We're on the 36, the 19, the 9, the 2, the 5, 41, the 40, no 42, 41. So we're at an area where it's easy for young people to follow the yellow brick road.
Hello. It's your boy, the DJ Frank Whyte. Right now, you are watching and listening to Unsynedheattepodcast Club. Right now in the South Bronx. We'll go down at, and right now we have a special VIP guest. Let the people know who you are.
I start with mother, daughter, grandmother, advocate, humanist, social justice, voice for families that feel stigmatized, and I'm called JEANNETTE BOCANEGRA.
Okay, you're a woman with many hats.
Well, mother wear many hats.
Yeah, that's one job right there with a mother.
And just to also clarify, I'm a mother of 6, young adults now, and a grandmother to amazing young kids. That this is the reason why we got to continue fighting and elevating and bringing these social justice issues to the forefront
for the future. So how's that working out? Bringing the kids and helping the kids out and juveniles. Juvenile.
Our young people are gifted, talented, and they're amazing. I worked with an organization over 20 years ago called Speed Up New York, working with young people in the schools. And my mentor, who passed away, Cencia, she would say, our children are beautiful, they're talented, they're gifted, but until we don't meet the social and emotional component of the needs of development, it's going to be hard to reach them to the level that they need to be in. Fast forward today, I have an open door policy, so I'm going to apologize because when we do open door policy, people just come in, want to check in, grandkids come in, when you work close to home, but what they're sharing is love. So when they share love, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
They could just walk by you and say, oh, I don't want to talk to that lady. But my grandson Andre and my granddaughter Egypt, and the good thing about having my family just pop in is that much of the work that I do is with families that are dealing with horrible systems. The child welfare system, schools that are failing their kids, the justice system, the criminal side, the adult side, youth side, housing issues. And when I can tell them that I understand because I'm also a family and my kids come and I say, if the work that I do, if it's good enough for my family, because what I want for mine is the same thing I want for yours. I want your child to be okay. I want the schools that they go to teach them and encourage them that whatever they're passionate about.
Yeah.
So the space has been created really for family, for community. You start with one population, you say, I want to work with young people. Then you say, if in order to help young people, you got to embrace and engage their families. And you want to make sure that their family understand also what they are experiencing. We forget when we were teenagers, we forget the challenges that we had as adolescents.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're expected to now be parents and tell our kids, snap out of it. You can't go through this. You can't fall down. You got to keep moving.
Yeah.
We lose communication. We lose relationship because there's a gap in the understanding. And having families now embracing this work, and also community members. It takes a village to raise a child. In order to support young people, we got to strengthen family ties, and community needs to be involved. We've always heard folks say it takes a village to raise a child, but then we also have a system that doesn't allow community to be involved. it doesn't allow community to invest. We don't invest in community. So when we talk about what the work that needs to be done, I started with helping families in the schools. I got introduced to the justice system. I got introduced to families dealing with other systems. And it's hard to say what my role is when we have to make sure that every component of what a family and a young person needs out in the community, that we fulfill those gaps, that we fill in those gaps. So I do social justice work, I do juvenile justice work, I do school advocacy. Sometimes I feel like I'm biting more than what I can chew, but the issues are real.
Yeah. So how's that coming along? As far as like filling out the power, as far as like getting everything together with the community, the kids, the justice system. Like how's that coming along?
Okay, I worked after this releasing the Families Unlocking Futures report. I was able to partner with a nonprofit. I worked with a nonprofit called Community Connections for Youth, where they were training grassroots organizations, or are still training, on how to develop diversion programs to keep kids out of the system. And these are non-traditional programs, art programs, family programs, leadership programs, community garden programs, you know, involving kids in things that are not the traditional programs that courts refer young people to. So through the report, we were able to build a family program in every courthouse here in New York through a commissioner that was an amazing commissioner, who said, let's partner with community-based organizations to give parents what they need. So through developing a parent support program here in New York, that model became a national model for other jurisdictions. Working with families in the courthouse helped me understand that there was so much more that we needed to do. So to get to your point, and your question is, I partner with a business owner in this community that I've been living in for 35 years. He had the space and allowed me the opportunity to create it for folks to come in and get the resources and support that they need. If a young person needs to be out the street, we got games here, board games, not only technology, but we got the space here to help them even think beyond of, by the time I'm 25, either I'm going to be locked up or dead. Many of our young people who I work with, they didn't see themselves beyond 25. And to be able to create opportunities even beyond partnerships that we're developing for young people to go work in the land that we've only known as prison land, upstate. We're closing a lot of those jails, but we also need to be mindful that there's land, people need to work, there's farms. We're involving young people in community gardens, exposing them to the farm world. And also COVID really exposed and highlighted that we don't only have injustice in the school system, we don't only have injustice in the child welfare system, we don't only have injustice in the criminal justice system, but the health disparities. We are dealing with so much preconditioned health issues because of the food desert that we live in. So exposing our young people, and even when you walk out the door, I have an apple tree, I have oregano, I have some peppers growing right here in the hood, right here in concrete jungle. I have, thyme.
I think I might need some of those.
I have mint, I have basil, so exposing our kids to also the wellness of what it takes to be well, and partner with farmers and bring those organic, local, New York grown vegetables to the hood.
Yeah, that makes sense. So how's that going with the kids so far? How they
Well, the kids
Yeah,
see a
like it.
space. A kids see a space that they can come into. The kids see a space of where we listen to them. The kids see a space that now they go into the basketball courts to play basketball. They see a space where if they're hungry, they can get something to eat. They see a space that if we see that they need help with reading, that we can connect them to a mentor and say, you know what, spend an hour or 2 hours during the week with this young person and help them catch up. If they're having issues with math, help them catch up. Just connecting them to a mentor. If they're working now for the summer, help them with financial literacy. How do you save money? So the opportunities are here. The possibilities are endless. You know, I also have a sewing machine in the back area, and a young girl walked in last week, and actually this week, and she looked at the sewing machine and she said, oh my God, I wanted to go to fashion industry and be a fashion designer. I said, you know how to operate the sewing machine? She said, yes. I said, well, set it up. Let's see what you can do. And when I heard the machine, it was like music to my ears. I said, we're going to have some cooking classes coming up because we're getting fruits and vegetables, and we want to start helping families, you know, create nutritional meals. We want to help families understand that the meal time is an important time to have conversations with your kids. You can cook together and create opportunities and memories.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Wasn't y'all trying to put together like a book or something like that?
We're working on creating a coloring cooking book with recipes and messages for families that are impacted by the child welfare system. So we got some young people creating some sketches. My middle son, who moved to one of the farms, became the kitchen manager, has been creating amazing recipes with those vegetables and fruits that are they growing up at the land upstate and the north. So we're trying to create opportunities that are centered in the wellness of our community.
Okay. I see you're doing a good job of doing that. So how long did the foundation been open?
Well, this space, we've been here since right before COVID. And many folks were saying this is not going to happen.
Oh, it was down.
They didn't know how passionate I am about this work. And the COVID really pushed me to say we need this more now than we ever did. We were able to support individuals and loved ones that were returning home from early release. You know, when you release someone from an institution, we release them with, I don't know if they give them a Metro card, a bottle of water, but with nothing, which is heartbreaking. And to get resources during COVID was really difficult. And to add another hardship to a family who lost the job, who now, you know, have all the kids at home because of, you know, schools are closed. We try to do our best with the buck stops here. Whatever you need, whether it was a financial help, groceries, even a bike. Someone requested a bike. And I said, Mike, what the hell they want a bike for? And it was because that was the only way that person could get a job in delivering food.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, you know, when we see things one way, it's not what we see. You know, sometimes we gotta wear different glasses to be able to see beyond.
Yeah, you have a bigger vision. Sometimes, yeah, people have a bigger vision than the way you can see it. So I learned that too. So like, you might see something one way, but they can see it in two different ways. And until they break it down, then that's when you can understand.
You know, but, you know, here you are interviewing me, and I'm like, you know, we live in the same neighborhood.
Same
Everyone,
building.
yeah, everyone plays a role in the work that we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I see you, and I'm like, look at this setup. Like, wow, like, and he want to interview me. I should be interviewing him. Like, bring your stuff to a level where our young people can see. Like, they see themselves in you. That they can do things, the possibilities. You know, we're not exposing our young people to the things that we want them to thrive and love. And Give them options. Give them options. You know,
It's 1,000 options out there. You gotta choose one or choose two, or and be passionate about it and don't care what nobody thinks. That's what everything going on with me is like. I never care what nobody thinks. I just go do it. So
as long as it's the right thing.
As long as it's the right thing, it don't matter. So like, I always had a passion for entertainment. So it's like, this is my calling. So you know what I mean? It's all God to me. It's all God to me because I'm a DJ at heart. Started DJing when I was 14 years old. You know what I mean? I used to do like little house parties around here.
Right.
But that turned into shootout. So
it's sad. You know, when I hear about the gun violence, we're constantly hearing it. And I say, how is it being allowed to get here? And when we talk about what our kids do, I'm not sugarcoating the things, the hard things that are happening. But they're not out there doing massacres and going into malls and concerts and places where it's horrible. Those are not they don't look like us. Those massacres are not us. And when these policies and these laws and these strict on these gun laws, it applies to then us. Our kids then get caught up in these traps. How do these guns get here? Let's take those guns off their hands, but let's put something else in their hands. We're going to take those off your hands, but this is what I'm giving you. The same thing when I tell parents. We've been dealing with parenting with only a hammer because that's what they taught us. The courts deal with things with a hammer. But if I give you a toolbox to build your home, the hammer is no longer necessary. That hammer, maybe for one or two things, nails. But to build a house and to build a great foundation for our young people and our families, we need a toolbox. The hardest job is to be a parent.
That's what I'm saying right now. This foundation right here, this is the toolbox right here.
This is it.
This is the toolbox right here.
This is it.
So
I wish we could do a tour,
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We can do that after we get in and let the people know what the foundation is all about. Give them a little tour. You know what I mean?
This used to be a doctor's office.
Oh man.
And I say we've become also conditioned to become dependent on pharmaceutical prescriptions.
So what you think about that?
I think we've become conditioned for too much prescriptions, and we need to start thinking about our grandmother's remedies. And when the COVID, people were like a lot of vitamin C and ginger and garlic and orange juice, and taking us back to those home remedies that was curing us. Eating those organic, homegrown, from the earth, from the soil. We become conditioned to prescriptions and opening up a can or driving through a McDonald's, which now we all know that many of those conditions that we have are due to the lack of natural nutriments, minerals, and organic, fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, we need everything we need right now. We need everything gotta be organic. It gotta be organic. As far as like our water, what we eat, fruits and vegetables. The food is everything. Like you know what I mean. Everything is not. I don't know. Don't taste the same.
For 15 weeks during COVID, we distributed organic fruits and vegetables to the community. And we still have folks coming by to bring it back. They don't know. This Monday we start with the distribution of fresh organic from our partners up north.
So how do that whole process work? what they do, they give you like a box.
A pallet.
Oh.
Pallet.
How long? I know that's gonna last for a minute.
Well, because we know the needs and the type of stuff we're also giving are different.
Yeah.
Folks have embraced it, and first they were like, "What is that? And how do you cook that?" And my first thing was try it and YouTube it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got anything you want to know, go to YouTube.
And they actually got creative. They made, someone in the neighborhood made a sherbet ice cream out of a vegetable. And they brought some over, and I said, "You actually made a dessert out of a vegetable." Another one steamed it and added the vegetable. They steamed it, added peppers, olive oil, and they just were so passionate about sharing about their creation with their newfound love for the vegetables. From up north, from our partners in the farms that we have locally in New York. No longer do we need to go to California or buy from California. Nothing wrong with California vegetables, but we gotta support.
California people might be looking at this.
That's all right though. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Soon as we go up. Soon as we go up. Shout out to Cali.
Shout out. Peace.
But, how's how many kids do you have in the program?
Well, it varies. It varies. But we've served over 600 folks during the course of the year.
That's a lot of people.
You know, I like I said, I started with the young people and their families, and now I'm getting out elders who need a space as well. So I say, you know, in the morning you get elders who come in and want to chill and just talk about, let it out. You know, there's a lot of depression. Many of our elders lost a loved one and don't know how to deal with it. The isolation of being locked up in their home due to COVID has been hard, has hit hard, our elders. You got little ones who come in with their parents. We've done activities with them. So it's just having the space and needing the folks. We need folks. We need folks to come in and volunteer and share some of those skills that you have with our young people, whether you're an artist, whether you are an MC, a DJ. Teach our young people. Let's teach them that there's more than what they see when they step out the door. We need to create those spaces and those opportunities. We have teachers that want to volunteer also time. So anything that you know that can benefit a young person and a parent, this is the space for you to do it. If you're in the Bronx or in New York City.
Yeah, no matter where you at. Cause you know some people they don't mind. You know,
Oh, they don't mind traveling. No.
Oh, I'm there, man. Like, that's pretty good. I like what you're doing here. And what do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
We want a gym on the top of this floor. The sad thing is that, you know, we have gentrification happening. We have folks buying small homes, houses, and building 6, 7 feet building, 12 floors. And we got vultures around the community looking to buy this space, but not for it to benefit the community. It's to benefit the wealthy. And our dream is to build a gym. And if we can also build a respite center for young people and their families, for whenever there's an issue arising and they need a safe space, for mindfulness, for wellness, for meditation, to be healthy. We want to have that space here. So the main thing is really a gym.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Franklin?
So,
No, not only the gym, but the young people
Yeah. Yeah.
If you give them the opportunity, they'll be standing right behind us trying to put fingers up, and we here, and
I can see it happening. It could happen. It could happen. So, how big is up there?
I don't want to lie to you, but it's big. The space is big.
Don't worry, we'll get a tour.
Well,
We're gonna do a tour.
This up there, I mean, we can't get up there because that's the roof. We need a ladder from outside.
man.
I mean, that's my dream for here, for this space. That if we can get a gym, because the owner who incorporated New York Youth Center, this is also the New York Youth Center, he wants a gym. And we know that when there's a space for young people beyond the 9 to 5 and Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
there's less and less time of distraction and less time of desperation. You know, I have a dear friend who he's involved with New York City agriculture, community gardens. His name is Ray Figueroa, and he's an essential person at Friends of Brook Park at 141st and Brook. He has an amazing youth garden that was developed also as a diversion, but he doesn't call it diversion. He said we created this out of desperation. So this space also was created out of desperation for the neighborhood.
So how's the neighborhood taking it in? Are they embracing it?
The neighborhood embraces it, and I wish I had more folks working here. Unfortunately, you know, it's not many of us here, but the neighborhood comes from, they see this as a social service center, where sometimes I have to say, I don't understand that system, and that could be the housing issues, but I can direct you to someone.
Yeah.
Or can you type a letter for me that I need because I can't write, or I need help with filling out my recertification for Section 8, or I need help with translation. So the issues are there. So it varies what they come in for.
Yeah. So they need a lot of help. So in every department. So it's like, damn.
That's
you
why
need help with writing, you need help with application, you need help with job, everything.
The issues are here. And when I say we need to invest more dollars in the community versus in institutions that don't work, that have been harming us for generations, this is the reason why. Because the issues are there. And you know, I have a team that does trainings, and we talk about trauma, we talk about brain development and how you engage families and racial disparities. And we say that no matter what we experience in life, whether it's addiction, homelessness, whether we're stepped on, beat on, we pull out a crispy $50 bill and we say, who wants this bill? And everyone says yeah because it looks nice and clean. But I start ripping it, crumbling it up, I step on it, and less hands go up, like, I don't want that. Like, I clean it up a little, resources. I said, our families and young people go through this, but our value never changes. Does the value of that bill changes no matter what it goes through?
No.
You might have to put a little tape on it and you tell the person, you know, this is a good bill.
Yeah.
That's us. We go through things in life that make us feel like and other people make us feel like we worthless. Like what we've been through, that controls who we are. No. Some resources, we sprinkle some resources and give you those resources. And whenever you need that support, we're here for you. But that value of that bill never changes, just like us. And we also talk about a puzzle, a 500-piece puzzle. We are a puzzle out of those pieces. And if one is missing, is that puzzle complete?
No.
So we all need it. All hands on deck.
Yeah. Makes sense. Oh man. So it's a lot what you the foundation could do for the community, but I'm trying to see what can I do to try to help out or some type of resources that I could
Well,
bring up?
you are a talented, gifted young man that the skills that you have, I want young people to see that. You're a writer, podcaster, MC, DJ. If our kids hear some of those things that you do, they're going to say, oh, teach me how to be a DJ. That's probably the first thing they're going to say.
Yeah.
And everything we do in life has a learning objective. Even us sitting here right now, there's a learning objective here. Because I'm learning. I learn something new every day.
Yeah, me too.
Every day I'm learning. You know how they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? You can teach this old dog. I learn every day.
Yeah, I learn something new every day. So
And my last lesson learned with community was when my son returned home from doing 6 years. I felt like a mom nesting. And for those moms, you may understand what I say. I felt like a mom nesting. My baby's coming home. It was the honeymoon stage. But when the trauma kicked in, my home turned upside down. That's why the spaces that we're creating here is to really also address when someone is returning home, that the community understands the trauma environment that they were released from, a traumatic, abusive institution. And then we're supposed to figure out what happened and how to help. So our community needs to be well prepared, well resourced to embrace every social injustice issue that we're experiencing.
yes. So Falls Light, you know what I mean? The thing you need to get this foundation, going. I mean, talk to the people, let them know what do you need.
We need funding because this work cannot be done. I'm constantly sitting in committees and jurisdiction meetings talking about the community can do the work. A lot of politics. The community can do the work. But the community cannot do the work if we don't invest the dollars. Love does not pay the bills here. Love does not feed a family. So when we're talking about doing the work and putting in the resources, we need those same dollars invested in our communities. We want to pay young people to do the work. We want to pay families to do work. How can we strengthen families if we want to continue keeping the work at a poverty level? If today is costing us almost $800,000 to house one of our young people in an institution, why can't I get $100,000 to run a program? And I'll serve. You know how many kids I can serve with $100,000?
A lot.
In 1 year? So we want to have that investment in our community so that we can generate those jobs and those opportunities that our young people and our families need. Everyone plays a role doing this work. I tell folks I become like a PTA mom doing fundraisers, trying to generate to do and build. So the funding is important when doing this work.
Before we get up out of here, any type of advice you want to give to all the families out there?
The one thing that I say is never give up. Never give up. Never give up on your hopes, on your dreams, on your passion. And even when we're dealing with hard situations, there's a solution for everything. We got to push ourselves. We cannot allow ourselves to go down. You're not alone. You may feel alone. You may feel alone. The situation may be embarrassing. But I reassure you that you're not alone. There's someone here to support you, to walk by you, beside you, and to tell you that I see you, We need you and we value you.
Okay. She said it the best. It's your boy, the DJ Frank Whyte. You are watching and listening to Unsynedheattepodcast Club.